offset was turning into a more than 10-minute video and I couldn't do that. So let me break it down. This one, offset for decals. This is great for when you're labeling and or let's say adding a name to a cup or to any kind of design that you want to do. It works in several ways. One, elevate your design. So if you see Jessica, plain and simple, but now I want to do an offset so I can do a layer of a different color. The nice thing is you can make it thick or thin. You can make it round corners or square corners, whichever one you prefer. So I'm just going to make it a little thinner and add rounded, makes it look a little bubbly. Really cute. The only weeding that you will do on that back part will be between the C. Other than that, then you do your weeding on the Jessica and then you layer it right on top. Now, what is offset also good for is any thin lines. So I'm just using my system fonts and this is the thinnest one that I found. If you want to thicken it up, because if you make it really small, it sometimes thin, small lines don't work very well with Cricut and or any of your designs. You want it to stand out. So here's how you would do it. You take your design and this is after every option is exhausted, like there's no way to bold it, right? You can go to offset and you can thicken it up. I would put something like 0.02, 0.03, and already it's thicker. Now, it doesn't lose its the way it looks, but let me duplicate it so you can see the difference. All right, so the way you're gonna do that is if you do an offset, you always want to, like I'm doing right here, center it back together. You always want to highlight it and weld it because that way it cuts together. But even alone, look at the difference. It's much thicker and it still looks the same. All right, let me show you one last one. And this one I did also share in another video way further back in the beginning. But you can go and follow and like and view my videos. I'm always posting. But here's this technique. You do Jessica and you add an offset. I'm going to thicken it up a little bit by making it maybe 0.05 or 0.03, I guess. Whatever you like. Then you add an offset to that offset. So don't even click off of it. Just hit offset again and add a thicker offset. So I'm just going to do 0.08 for this one and done. And it really doesn't matter. It's just the look that you want. You move Jessica out of the way and now you hold it together or highlight it and slice. I want to show you this part. If you slice, you have to do only 2 items. If you notice when I scroll down to the blue Jessica, it actually grayed out my slice. So always make sure that there's only 2 items. All right. Well, look at this. Now you have a little dimension to it and you can change the color to whatever you want. You can have it the same color and attach it together so it prints together, or you can change the color to the background and it will change to look like this. So it's really up to you, whatever it is that you want to do, but make sure if it's the same color to attach it so that way it cuts together. Otherwise you'll have both and you'll have to figure out how to layer it to it. Follow for the next offset tip.